What is up, my friends? So tomorrow, season finale of Double Feature, and what a road it's been. If you've been with me here since we started the Red Tide coverage, you know it's been a long road, right? We're here, we're getting to a finale, and a season that started off solid. It was strong, it was going places that just turned to shit at the end, and here we are. Um, are we going to be left in a pile of shit by Mr. Ryan Murphy until next year? I believe so, my friends. I believe so. I wish I wasn't telling you this, but I am here telling you this, that I feel like this is just going to be another rushed ending from Murphy. But let's talk theories, right? Because I think that's one of the things that gets us by is we talk about these elaborate things that could happen and then they don't happen, but it's still fun, right? That's my thoughts. My biggest, like, this is the moment where I'm just like, I'm just gonna say what I think could happen and should have happened, but I know deep down in my heart it's not. But if you're here very much so disturbed of what's happening with American Horror Story, I really would suggest you to go to Crime Story, where Murphy is shining bright with all of his writers there. It's a great story over there. But here in Horror Story land, we're just like, what the hell's going on, sir? So, where do I think Double Feature is going to end off? And where should it, in my opinion? So here's my theories, my thoughts on how I think a good ending would fit for this show. And I'm going to make another video once the finale is over. Of course, I'm making my ending explained video, but I am going to do a video talking about what they should have done and what would have made a better series. So it's going to be a new series I'm going to start on this channel, so stay tuned for that. But I believe that Eisenhower seems to be wanting to back off of the deal with the aliens, and I think this next episode he's really going to go deep into that and really try to do it, ultimately leading to him being taken out of the picture, if you know what I mean. So I also think that that's how that story wraps up, and we see that the government has been doing this for a while now. Maybe a quick montage of the years and everything they've done with the aliens, and then as we heard the aliens say that the perfect life form alien hybrid will be born in 2021. I feel like that's when we get our jump into Red Tide as well, because I believe that the alien the baby alien that Doris had is a baby alien. So that's my thoughts on that. I believe we also get a chemist reveal. As we know, Angelica Ross is playing two characters, an alien in Double Feature and a chemist in the Red Tide. So I believe that we will get a sort of reveal as to what exactly this whole deal is going on, but I think the chemist is going to make an appearance in this and will be somebody who is trying to cause chaos and also look for perfect specimens as well. So Ursula and Kaliko, I think, are playing the same characters. People have been theorizing. I believe that explains why Ursula and Red Tide is so quick to give the pills out, because at this point I think they moved on to another plan, which is just to destroy humanity, and that's by turning most of the people into these monsters, and the ones who are able to survive off the pill will be the only ones to go further. That's my thoughts on that. And so I think that's pretty much how we're just going to end it, with the big reveals like that and nothing else in there. Of course, this just sounds insane, right? Like, are they really going to do all of this in like a 40-minute episode? I mean, we saw with Red Tide, they try to wrap up things in less than a minute and don't really go further into anything. So it's just wishful thinking, my friends, right? Like, is this really going to happen or not? As I said, it just doesn't sound any way plausible to me anymore. I don't see this going this way. This would have been the perfect ending, I feel like, just wrap it all up. But the way that Double Feature just shows us that it ain't what it is, and maybe Ryan Murphy just didn't want to tell two quick stories, it's just gonna be that way, right? Very sad for that, but hey, maybe we'll get something, right? So what are your thoughts on Double Feature? In all honesty, I think that he should have just done Red Tide as one whole story, really fleshed it out. Episode 4, in my opinion, is still like one of the best American Horror Story episodes ever from all the seasons. And I think that Red Tide was such a great show as well. Everything it was talking about, the themes, the acting, the look of the show in itself, it was just perfect. And then it just turned to something that was just, what the fuck is this, by the end of it. So I don't know where to go with this show anymore. I made a ton of theories. Most of them were not good. They didn't happen at all. So we're just here. We're waiting for it to end. Also, if you're into like American Horror Story, the Chucky show, hear me out, y'all. This is a pretty good show, honestly. You don't have to necessarily, I feel, be a fan of the films themselves, and definitely is more than the films themselves. There's a lot of social commentary, which I enjoy when shows do that, and there is a lot of good visuals as well. If you haven't watched it already and you want to find a new show, especially since American Horror Story is ending, you definitely should check out that show. Also, Only Murders in the Building is a great show as well. If you want a new show, it's on Hulu. You can stream all the episodes. I started covering pretty late, but I truly do believe it's one of the best shows that's came out this year. So I would definitely recommend that if you want something to watch after American Horror Story ends. Y the Last Man's pretty good as well if you're into like future dystopian action type shows. But yeah, I'll give you some more recommendations definitely tomorrow on my ending explained video. So yeah, it's coming to an end, and I don't feel excited as I usually would feel, I think, especially after the mess we got from that Red Tide finale. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm not that excited, but I'm still looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts on it. As you know, I will be making a video as soon as it ends, so come over here if you want to talk the shits, right? So yeah, as I said, Crime Story is way better. It is on Hulu as well, I believe, so definitely check it out. Way better writing, way better pacing, all of that. So yeah, I just don't know anymore with American Horror Story. American Horror Stories was like, I enjoyed some of the episodes, but for the most part it's just whatever. Red Tide started off so strong, and then and then Death Valley, of course, I couldn't get invested into any character because it's only 4 episodes. The episodes are shorter, and it's split into in itself, so that you barely get any time with these characters. So just a mess all around. Let me know your thoughts. Check out my video I did today as well if you watch Only Murders already, because I talk about my season 2 theories. I also did a video on the new Cowboy Bebop trailer and my thoughts on it. I do have some more videos coming tonight still. I will be doing the Chucky episode 2 breakdown, so if you're watching that show, check out that video. If you haven't, you can still catch up. I think Sci-Fi put the first episode on its YouTube channel, but the other ones will be on USA and Sci-Fi. So if you are able to watch it, because I do believe it's a good show. But as always, my thoughts, my theories on American Horror Stories finale. Let me know yours. I'll see all of you next time. Check out the video on the left. Make sure you're subscribed, turn the notification bell on, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the season finale. As always, stay safe, stay positive.